What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius news update, and I'm back, baby, and we got some Final Fantasy Tactics stuff coming out. 2 5-stars on the banner, King Mog, Dark Espers coming in here, Shiva and Golem, so let's get into it. Alright guys, before we get into the news, I do want to talk about and thank everybody out there for sending me the well wishes. Yes, I had to go to the ER. After I got done with that sniffly stuff that I've been taking, I still have some of it, but after I got done with that, I started feeling really bad cramp pains in my stomach. They felt like someone stabbing me or like trying to claw out. That ended up going up into my chest, at which point I had to lay on the couch and just squirm. I'd say my pain level was like an 8 out of 10. Normally I don't even go even higher than a 7 ever. Like, it's gotta be really hurting for me to say that. I don't even want to take medicine or anything like that. I'm one of those idiots. But finally I was forced to go to the hospital, ER, so thank you guys out there for saying their good wishes. Turns out they said it had to have been acid reflux. They did my blood test, they did urine analysis, they did an x-ray, and they said it must have just been, like, I went from never having acid reflux to having severe acid reflux. So hopefully it's not something that continues, though, is what I'm hoping. But I thought everybody's going to make fun of me, because in my mind, acid reflux was just like, oh, you ate a spicy taco, look, you're a baby, because it hurts you. But actually, acid reflux is supposed to be really serious. So a lot of you guys' responses were like, oh, I've been through that, dude. I'm so sorry. It really sucks. I feel better. I'm just glad it's not anything too serious. So it's not like, I guess, health concerning. Like, I'm not going to, you know, it's just going to suck to eat from now on if I have developed this problem. Certain things, I got to be careful of my diet. But hey, I'm getting old. I just turned 30, so I guess this way. But anyway, I'm feeling better. I'm not completely better. I can feel it in my chest even right now as I do this video. But it's a lot better than it was before because I can actually move, all right? So thank you guys so much out there for giving me the time off I needed, you know, and understanding. And then also just sending me well wishes. That made me feel a lot better, so thank you. So moving into this banner, we do have a Final Fantasy Tactics banner. I know a lot of people out there love Final Fantasy Tactics. It's going to be a double 5-star banner. Then we're going to have a 4-star, it looks like here, and a 3-star base, all right? This is going to be in tandem with a King Mog event. So you're probably going to do some summons on this no matter what with tickets, right? Because you want to get those King Mog units on your team. So looking here, we have Step Up Summon limited to 4 per player. This is going to be similar to the Step Up Summon we had for the Onion Knight, or the Refia Onion Knight, and the Dark Knight Luneth banner, okay? So we saw those tickets here. You have to have 4 of them to do the 30% chance to get the banner unit, 100% chance rainbow. I wish they would change it. Like I said, I wish there would just be another ticket right here. I don't know why. It's 30% chance, guys. It's 30% chance, and, you know, these aren't going to be the most popular units. I mean, they're strong, but I just don't think they're going to be the most popular. So they are trying to entice you to pull with these tickets, or at least give you an additional reason to be pulling, you know, a little bit more value. But I think they can sprinkle just a little bit more value on that, in my opinion. Moving on down, we do have High Seraph Ultima going to be a magic damage dealer. I'm surprised she smashed right next to Ellie, because they're both very powerful magic damage dealers. Right off the bat, I know people are going to be asking, who do I think is more powerful? Who do I think is more useful? It's going to go like this. It's going to be like Sophia, Ellie, and then Ultima is going to be like down here. And there are reasons why. Ultima has a lot of chaining family. She can chain with AT. She can chain with Whirlwind family. And then she also has, if we look down here, some fixed chaining with her. Remember, she is a mage, high-tiered, high-damage mage. She does have some fixed chains where she can chain with Chaos Wave. The problem with Ultima was similar to the problem that I had with Ellie, where her Chaos Wave just like started off a little bit weird, so it wouldn't chain. So she could chain with Ellie at the time, I do believe, or it was close, but they both couldn't chain really with Chaos Wave like they were intended. Global looks like they're fixing that. They're like, nah, get that out of here. They need to be able to chain, which is great, making Ultima even more useful. Downsides to Ultima, she can quad cast, so 4 times, and she has a way she can do that at the start of the turn if she has her TMR equipped. She has a way she can use a cooldown ability and get that done, etc. But I do not think she can triple cast. And then on top of that, her best damage dealing ability, while being great, is non-elemental, meaning she will be missing out on some of the, you know, with imperils, or building up that chain with elemental chaining to get more, you know, chain modifiers in there faster to do more damage. While that is a negative, it can also be a plus, right? Because there are some fights where you guys have taken Transtarian, for example, and have gone nuts with non-elemental and crushed it because you didn't want to have any element attached. So, you know, there's some pluses or minuses. I still think she's an extremely high, powerful mage. If you look at her Super Trust Mastery reward, High Seraph's Dagger, plus 98 to attack, magic plus 167, so a high magic stat, and an okay attack stat. So even hybrid damage dealers are going to like this weapon. Enables ultimate power, boost damage of certain magic and abilities. So it's going to be boosting, I do believe, like a lot of High Seraph's abilities, like the ultimate abilities. So you're definitely going to want it on her if you end up pulling 4 of her. Just grab that up, slap it on her. Because essentially, you don't really need 2 of the High Seraph Ultima, in my opinion, because her chaining families are like Whirlwind, AT chaining, which is Absolute Mirror of Equity chaining, which means she can chain with physical damage healers, which is another plus for her. And then she has her Chaos Wave. She's going to chain with a lot of, even the great mages coming out still have some of those chaining families. So it's not like you're going to be in, oh no, I don't have a chainer to work with. Nah, all the bigger mages coming out and all the bigger mages that are going to be out there, Sophia and Ellie, are going to be able to change with your High Seraph Ultima anyway. It's just going to be it's going to be like elemental with non-elemental and be a little weird. But that's, that's pretty much it for Ultima. I'd still, even with the global upgrades, think she's a bit lower than Ellie and Sophia personally. And then also on top of that, she does have that niche use, though, of having non-elemental damage. She's going to have high magic stats, all right? She's going to have a high magic stat. It's going to be okay. So moving on down, we have Beowulf. And Beowulf looks awesome. I think both these units look amazing, by the way. Beowulf looking awesome. He's going to be a breaker, debuffer, all right? One of the problems we had with Beowulf when he was out in JP is his big buffing ability. If you look at the buffers that are out right now, pretty much break, right, for, I think it's like around, 70% or so. And then they wait a bit and then they use their limit burst and they break for 74%. I do believe the way Beowulf worked was he would break for a big percent early, and then the next turn it would fall off and go down to 60%. Now that's not very good, because a lot of units out there can already break for 60%. So what I was really hoping they'd fix with him is that when he broke, it would just be like, it would be a ridiculous amount, like 80% or something. Now, I'm not saying it needs to be that high, but 80% for one turn, and then it knocks back down to the 70% or whatever the average is for, Orin to be, all the different ones, CG Lid, all the different breakers we have out there. But I don't think that's what they're doing. Again, these aren't the super big ones. Well, actually it is. It says global upgrade. Use every 6 turns, chance of inflicting blind, sleep, paralyzed, and stone. That's another thing good about Beowulf. On top of being able to do all that, he is a debuffing mastermind. Like he will lay those status effects on people if you need be. Reduce attack, defense, magic speed for all enemies. So I do believe this is the ability I was talking about. So we'll have to see how they buff it and change it from being like, a higher amount than normal to dropping off immediately the next turn. Because a lot of times on turn 1, while you do need breaks, like them being higher than your other breakers does not outweigh the fact that it'll be lower for next turns at 60%, right? So that's a little bit rough. The other things about Beowulf you want to look into is he does do some damage. He can chain with a lot of some chaining families. It's not the highest in damage in the world, though. But, that's a plus like it was on Orin. With these upgrades, they could make Beowulf a very nice breaker. If you're still in need of a breaker, you don't have all the breakers we've always talked about, he could be there for you. We're going to have to wait and see what these global upgrades are, because they could even change more than what we're talking about with Ultima and then Beowulf here. Moving on down, we have Chaos Blade, which is going to be a Super Trust Mastery Award. 167 attack, magic 127. Man, these hybrid damage dealing units are going to love this. I'm not the biggest fan of this. Honestly, I don't even think it's two-handed. I could be wrong on that, but I don't believe it's two-handed. Let me know in the comments below if it's two-handed. If it's not two-handed, it's very decent, right? Because then you dual wield with a hybrid damage dealing unit, I guess. If they have true dual wield capabilities, you throw one of the bigger weapons in this hand, you throw this weapon in the other hand, and you go to town. Aurora Fravia may like that if you end up trying to build her true dual wield, things like that. Look at the Trust Mastery. I don't even think I looked at the Trust Mastery Award for our girl High Seraph Ultima. Let's check out that. Untrue Saint. Boost magic by 30% when equipped with a hat or robe. So I do believe this would be up to 60%. I think it's going to count both of them. It's good. It's definitely good for a TMR. I mean, 60% magic is great. And a lot of the mages are going to be putting hats and robes on anyway. So, yeah, it's very, very strong. My apologies for skipping over that. Trust Mastery Award, Hunter's Trade. Boost attack by 40%, HP and MP by 20%. Not the best in the world, Trust Mastery Award. Obviously, you get a high 40 attack stat. You get some HP and MP to help along with that. But, a lot of the time we have even higher attack stats or killer abilities or things we want to put on. This seems like a side damage dealer you'd be putting this on. So not the best Trust Mastery in the world. Moving on down, we have, and I've been trying to learn a little bit Japanese. I think E is A, right? It's like race, like race car, race. Anyway, I'm not the best at Japanese yet. I'm just learning. I started to learn and then I got sick. Anyway, I'm trying to get these names better, all right? So you guys don't make fun of me. Gonna be a mage, it looks like. Dragon's Tribe, boost magic by 40%, and fire, ice, and lightning resistance by 30%. All right. Why is this Trust Mastery better than the 5-star base ones? This is pretty good. The reason being is that, yes, it is less magic here, but in times, and you're going to need it in the future, You're going to need fire, ice, lightning. You're going to need these resistances. This is incredible. A great TMR to be grabbing onto. Moving on down, we have Construct 8, and I can say that because that's easy. Iron Giant's armor, reduce attack and magic by 20%, and boost defense and spirit by 30%. So that's a cool concept for a TMR that I haven't seen a lot happen, where they're going to take down other stats, but boost other stats. Now, if this was higher, obviously it's a 3-star base, it'd be cool. Overall, not the best TMR in the world there. Moving on down, we do have the King Mog event happening. Yes! And that means another UOC. God, I feel like we have so many UOCs. And I know I'm going to get obliterated, but I mean, like, we just had a UOC from the raid. Now we're having another UOC. I guess this is still the guaranteed 2 per month, though. We're going to be going to King Mog shop, grabbing some cool stuff. We have magic plus 30 on accessory equivalent by females only. Enables auto limit and camouflage. Okay, I like that. Wow, that's sweet. That's actually pretty cool. This is probably going to be like LB gauge fills every turn. Actually, this is incredible. Make sure you get this. That sounds really good. Yeah, that's really good. Next up is a cloak. Accessory defense plus 15. Chance of evading some physical and magical attacks. This event seems sweet. Then we have a glorious bag. Attack 84, enable luxury. Luxury restore HP and MP every turn. Not the best. All right, get these two, though. Get these two. They're sweet. They're sweet. Moving on down to the list. Okay. So we're not getting, sadly, none of the other Final Fantasy Tactics units are on the bonus. Was really hoping for that. We do have a chance of getting another 5-star guarantee ticket from the King Mog, so make sure you pick that up. Again, it's going to be random, and you have to use that special summon, but we're used to that by now. And then we have a raid coming out for Xenogears, which is going to be cool. Not only does this foe attack with considerable power, but it's also capable of debilitating your units and inflicting status elements. Oh no! Be prepared to reduce this foe's high offensive stats, and watch out for its ability to inflict paralyze and stop. Oh, stop's going to be, you just can't throw a ribbon on and stop. That's what I mean by that. It uses physical attacks often, so it may be wise to bring a unit with high evasion. They're even telling you to bring evade takes now. But watch out for this occasional magic attacks, Kupo. We have Martial Rod, which is going to be attack 7, magic 100. Not too happy with that, personally. I guess people out there don't have a lot of equipment are going to like that a lot, but for us out there veterans, we ain't too happy with that move. This is what I want. I want them tickets. So it's going to be fun to be able to fight that this weekend. And that's not going to be the only trial that we're going to be able to fight. Beast of the Dark 2. So similar to Dark Ifrit and I do believe, who was with him? Siren? Ifrit and Siren? We have Dark Golem and Dark Shiva. We're going to have to fight. They look incredible. They're going to look like they're going to be fun I like the purple look. They're going to be fun to fight. Be prepared for a long fight by increasing your ice, earth, and dark resistances while bringing some means of recovering MP. So, looks like we just need an MP recover. I haven't looked into this fight, guys. Sorry. Again, just getting back on track. But I have heard this fight should have come out around the time of Ject. But our Ject was a little bit early. So, a little bit after that. So, I do not believe this fight is that difficult for us. I say that. We're going to have to wait and see. I do believe that if you have your ice, earth, and dark resist up above a certain threshold, they're going to imperil, obviously. On your magic cover tank, you're going to be fine. Now, that's just gauging off of what I've looked into it so far. Again, don't take it for, gospel or anything. We'll figure that out together on stream. Even if you target Dark Shiva, Dark Golem will instead receive the brunt of the attack, so make use of that attack that ignore defense, Kupo. I'm confused by that. Because ignore defense in this game doesn't work in any other way, but is it finally working in a way that we need? Beware of the extremely powerful ability they use when both are still in the field. So, it looks like you're just going to want to burn the shit out of Golem and then take Shiva down, alright? Golem Shell, defense 70, spirit 42, nullify poison and disease. It looks cool. But it's really decent stats for people out there that don't have a lot of STMRs or TMRs, so that's good. It looks amazing. Moving on down, we have Mystic Robes. Boost magic and spirit by 30% when equipped with a robe. That's pretty much the TMR of Ultima there, so that's awesome. And then we have Shiva's Tiara, and we boost ice resist by 50% and get 51 magic on a hat. We are going to have to evoke Sylphid and Phoenix, Tetra Sylphid and Phoenix, and we have to kill Shiva with an Esper, which shouldn't be that bad if she's left to be the last one. I'm thinking that's how we're going to do it because it says that Golem's just going to block in front of her. He's going to be the cover tank, so we're going to have to deal with that. So overall, it's going to be a fun fight. I don't think it's going to be as difficult as Gilgamesh was for some people, so that's good. This is just talking about, again, you're going to have to go in here to be able to use these tickets. Players can use 4, so you need 4 of them, again, making you have to do a whole thing over, lap, and then another lap, another beginning of another lap to be able to use this. It's 30% chance at Ultima or Beowulf if you would like. Again, we're getting the rainbow summon we get normally with King Mog. And this just is telling you guys that on 4-5, that's going to be this Friday, that we are getting a select ticket, which means King Mog, which means the 419 is either a raid or probably Axstar, because they were coming. These Lex tickets are kind of weird. They either come in raids or story. So we're going to have to see which one they do. Also, remember, this month we are getting our global exclusive content. I do believe it's supposed to be for Easter. So that's going to be interesting to look into and check out. That's the news, people. I hope you guys are excited. As far as the FF Tactics banner is concerned, before I even do a banner review, I don't think it's worth spending a lot on unless you really need a breaker. You're missing all those breakers, and you literally didn't get Sophia or Ellie, and you don't want to wait for like Soul down the line. All right, because Ultimate will carry you a bit in the magic damage dealers if you need one. Other than that, just use tickets, try to get King Mog currency boosters in the 3- and 4-star base, and go to town on the event. All right. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel about this event. If you're going to be pulling it, if you think, rank Ultima and Ellie and Sophia for me. I want to see where you guys put them. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.